G'day and welcome back for more Scrapyard Survival. I am looking forward to the mayhem that is coming very soon. I was thinking about my stupid thing that ended up with this gyroscope being right here. The thought of putting a thruster on a skid platform? Why? Why would I build something so expensive? It takes a thruster and a gyroscope. Whereas if I build a little mini rover, at most it's going to use 2 of these batteries. But I'm thinking it may even not need 2 of them. I might be able to get away with just 1. But we'll see. But yeah, if I could get away with 1 of these batteries, that's the only expensive thing. The rest of it's just basic components. It's a few computers for the cockpit. It's a few large steel tubes for the wheels. And then it's just, steel plate components. Small, a couple of motors for the wheel suspensions. It's really quite cheap. Actually, I need a battery. Oh, got one here. So, battery. And I've still got my little basis for building. Let's get a merge block so I can stick this up here. I want to start from the battery. I'm a lot more confident with this build, so I'm actually going to try and style it as well. Because, well, this whole thing... Why did I do that? What was the point of that merge block? What am I doing? Thinking too much about what I'm trying to say and not enough about what I'm trying to do. Now I've completely lost my train of thought of what I was trying to say. Good job. But yeah, oh yeah. Because this thing's all been about style points and about fitting a certain aesthetic. So, I've got to put some decorative elements on this thing, even though it's doomed to be destroyed. Unfortunately, as we don't have projectors, I can't make them identical. I will have to build them myself, each one, but it's not too bad. I'm thinking 2x2 wheels are the way to go here. 1x1s are too small, and 3x3s end up getting quite large. But I'll have a look and see how I feel about it. But definitely not 5x5s. So 3x3s, yeah, we'll go 2x2s. But we have to use large suspensions. As I've mentioned before, since this is a server, if we use the smaller suspensions, the short ones, the whole thing just breaks. It just doesn't work, which is really unfortunate because for 2x2 wheels and me wanting to make this as small as possible, I would really like to use the short suspensions. But what's likely to happen if I use them is that the wheels will catch. They'll get stuck on things. And that won't be good for people trying to run away from stuff. This thing's going to have all the acceleration. It's going to be so light and have so much power from these wheels. Let's have a look at this from above. That's what I was hoping to avoid. It is wider than it is long. I think I'm going to have to use the full length of this that I laid out. Oh, hang on. I could do this differently. Yeah. I put a block there and get rid of this. I can narrow this by 1 block, which should allow me to leave the whole thing as long as I've made it, or as short as I was planning on making it. Normally for rovers, I try and avoid an even block width because it makes it difficult for decorative things, makes it difficult for connectors most of all. But this thing doesn't really need to worry about that. And now if I look from above, it's pretty much a square. It's still probably a little bit wider than it is long, but at least it's not as bad. So one of the things I'm thinking of doing with this is I'm going to make it so that the front wheels do the braking and the steering and make a rear wheel drive. Because I think that's actually going to make it more stable. It's rear wheel drive, but we'll test. All it needs other than this in terms of actually needs is a cockpit. And I'm thinking we'll go again with the saddle since we've got the even block width saddle we can use. Either the saddle or the buggy. I think the buggy would look better. Maybe the buggy would look better. I can vary it up as well. I could have some of them have the buggy, some of them have the other one. Ooh. That's almost the perfect length for putting it down a block. I'm going to do that. Okay. So let's move this battery. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This was worth doing. This looks so much better. Yes. Look at that. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm really excited to drive this. This would definitely benefit in terms of keeping it going fast from having a gyroscope added to it. And I may be maybe I may do that. That has trouble accelerating on the ground. Not on voxels though. It's pretty stable. These wheels set to a low speed limit. I was struggling to get above like even 20 meters a second there. Whoa. Oh, it's not even liking these wheels. The fact that my cockpit is turning on and off while I'm doing this is possibly why I'm struggling to get up to speed. And also possibly why the steering's going weird. I think I need that other battery. Okay, or I need to turn down the power considerably. I dropped the power to 40%. Does it cut out? No. What about 50%? 50% takes us up to 80. And we can hit our 30 meters a second. I think I've made the suspension too soft. It's not even returning back to shape. Okay, four-wheel drive is definitely the way to go because I'm getting to 30 meters a second. I've dropped the power to each wheel down to 30%. Whoa! Uh-oh. Hey! It landed the spin. It's gonna be fun watching people drive these. The power isn't peaking, it's hitting 96% at full go. This is working better than the other one because I haven't crashed it yet. Oh, spoke too soon. I don't have a gyroscope to correct these things. If I dropped the friction down lower, this should slide more. Yeah. And be a bit less likely to flip. Oh yeah, this is feeling a bit better. Cool. I think I've got a setup. And yeah, there we go. I oversteered and ended up in a fairly flat spin rather than potentially rolling over, which is definitely preferable. Cool. Cheap little buggy. Now, needs some style though. I do kind of like it just as it is, but it's got to at least have a flame on it. All right, so what I probably want is a connector so that I can make sure that it's got full power to it when it gets taken on board. If I put a connector on the front, it should be able to just drive up to that mounting that I had for the telehandler initially. Oh, I think I know exactly where I'm going to put this. Where have I got my exhaust? So if I put one of these here, and one of these, oops, here, yeah. Fire and smoke small, power dependency. Okay, so if I unlock now and change the battery to auto. Oh, I don't like, yeah, hang on. Oh, is that the fire and smoke particles? Oh, I thought this looked different. That's what I wanted. Okay, does that look right if I turn it on to power dependency? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Full power, full fire. I'm honestly thinking that might be all I should do to this. And just leave it exactly like this and be done with it. And instead of spending more time making this more decorated, spend more time making the other two, I think. Maybe just one of, maybe I'll just make one more of these. I think having two of them might be enough. Might be as much distraction as we can manage, I reckon. At least I know what I'm doing now, so it should be a bit quicker to make. Grab a battery, connect it up to that thing, and put the cockpit down first. So for this second one, I had a little bit of a different idea, just to see how it might play out, because it might have been a bit of fun. I put 3x3s on the back. I have no idea how horrible this is going to make this. Oh, all right, 3x3s take more power. What about that? It looks so dumb. Oh my gosh, it looks so dumb. Looks more like a tractor than a little rally thing. All right, I'll leave one of them this way and the other one as it is. See if there's a dramatic difference in performance. Oh, this is gonna be, yes, it's silly, which is exactly what I'm going for. This one does seem to be a little more stable. I do wonder if this would be, if they'd be better off just with 3x3s all around. The 2x2s have a little bit of that 1x1 instability where they just go insanely fast and kind of start just kicking up off whatever they hit. So they do have a little bit of a downside. Alright, lockdown. Then I just need to make a quick little lockdown for both of them on top of the coal cars. I'll lift them up there with the crane. People can just jump off the side. Yeah. I'm thinking about the number of people that will actually be likely to be present at the time we go with the train. And that's why I'm limiting myself to just the 2 decoys. Because I don't think we're likely to get a lot more people than that. Because we may struggle to actually equip all of our decoys with drivers otherwise. There was a suggestion for another style of decoy though, which I'm tempted to give a bit of a look at. Which was basically, many of you would have run into those unknown signals that are balls with gyroscopes on the inside on an override. I do wonder how hard it would be to build one of those from scratch around a battery and a gyro. I think it'll be a bit too much work, even though it would be fun. To just drop a bunch of decoy rollers to roll away from the train. Alright, connections ready. So, for the train, I'm going to decide what carriages we're bringing once I know what size of a crew I've got. But my thoughts at the moment are obviously the 2 cargo cars. We'll try and bring one of the drill cars. And how many cabooses have we got with guns? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll depend on how many gunners we've got. But I think we might go with 2. And I'll make a decision as to which ones, because if the person who designed them is there, I'll bring them. Bring theirs. If the person isn't, then I'll bring someone else's. Welcome to my bar. Drinks are listed as above. They're available, but you probably don't need them. Today, we are going to be making a trip to the pole to try and get our first collection of ice. We're going to be boarding the Road Rage train, and I'm going to need a couple of volunteers to begin with. These volunteers, I need 2. They are going to be driving the decoy vehicles. So once we get close to the pole, they're going to be hopping off the top of the train and driving these vehicles ahead of the train to be the distraction. As soon as enemies appear, they need to drive away from the train toward the pole to drag the drones further away from the train, sacrificing themselves to then respawn aboard the train and hopefully return safely with us. Do I have any volunteers?
Did you mention before that high lag was going to be a death trap for that though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Probably not me.
Ropey and I can jump in with low lag if you like.
Yeah, Jem, if you're happy to grab one of them, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can grab the other as well. I've got fairly low ping.
Yeah, Ropey, you and Jem both have 83 and 84, so that's great. I haven't loaded those on the
TCL.
I haven't loaded those on the train yet, so we'll have to do that shortly. But yesterday I built them. I built them without gyros, but I realized that was a mistake because then there was going to be no way you could safely get off the top of the train. So I've equipped them with gyroscopes. They're a bit slip and slidey so that they're less likely to roll at speed. So their friction on the wheels is relatively low. Cool, so we got the volunteers for that. Now, Ufol, how do you feel about controlling your dog excavator?
Well,
if you don't
we'll
feel...
see.
Okay, if it's a we'll see, we will, I guess, bring it. And then everybody else should be making sure that they've got a hand drill so they can jump out and hand drill ice to assist the drill vehicles and or control some turrets directly. And I'll leave that up to you guys to sort out once we get across. But if you all follow me, we'll walk over to the train and have a bit of a look.
Single file.
Oh, yeah. Please exit in an orderly fashion through the one of 2 exits from the bar. So the train's going to need to have a couple of cars removed because it is a bit too long. But we have a full complement of people, which means we've got, well, apparently...
AI behavior is on, and that is targeting me.
Oh! Why is it targeting you? Everyone here's a piece. Okay.
Except
It is clearly
He's
targeting
got
you.
shinies.
It is very much. It's
What
fond
have
of
you
you.
done, CL? What have you done?
It is very fond of you.
You need to throw him a snack.
Does it have ammo?
Now, of the people here, other than you, Fol, who has a carriage here? If anyone.
We
I do.
tried. We just couldn't find anything in the last 3 weeks.
Who was that who said I do?
I'm Fu.
And for
You know
which
which one.
Which
You know
one?
it. Come on.
Ah, testing me. I've taken ownership of everything. I can't even cheat. To see which...
This is my pretty right here.
Ah, cool. Yes, excellent. I like it because that means I can probably easily disconnect the last 3 carriages. And we can just remove... How many carriages do we got? I think what we might do is we'll keep your carriage as the last carriage. Disconnect these 2 out of the middle.
Access denied.
Oh yeah, hang on, let me fix all of that. Yeah. Oh, chat with Paul.
Alright, I'm in.
Who wants to help drag around some carriages? I think I've got the brakes off. Just needed more people to help. Alright.
I'm just waiting for this to clang out and kill us all.
If you guys could also then drag it toward my base so it doesn't get deleted by cleanup, that would be delightful. Such a pity I can't bring all of the carriages. I'd really have liked to.
Attached real good.
Okay. So that's connected. Then we just got to connect Ryber's car and we're good to go.
Yeah, the only thing I'm a little short on for this caboose is autocannon ammo.
There's autocannon ammo inside one of the Eskies. You can grab it and transfer it. All of the cars should be piped. Okay, my 2 little decoy drivers, could you please follow me to where your cars are and you'll get to drive them over here a little bit? Here you go. They are unique. But hop in the control seat and you should just be able to unlock and then toggle your batteries off recharge. Yeah, definitely drive off that way. I thought this might be good for you to get a bit of a feel for it. I'm going to go grab my telehandler so I can pick you up and put you on there. I don't know why the wheels on those are so weird compared to the wheels on the telehandler, which work just fine and are the same size. But, oh well.
where do you need me?
Just there's fine. This is probably going to be an unusual experience. Kind of fun knowing someone's actually up there.
Yeet.
Formula 1.
Oh, hang on, no, this isn't the way around I want. I love my telehandler so much.
It is quite effective, isn't it?
Oh look, it's blushing.
I did not check to confirm that this was indeed wide enough.
You mean you built it without checking if it would fit?
Yeah, seems like it'll be alright. The challenge is going to be getting off without getting it damaged.
I was going to say it's going to probably fall off unless you mag plate it down properly.
There we go, locked down. Sweet.
I feel like there should be a passenger seat right on the front of the locomotive so someone can sit there and have a great view and then die.
The travesties of attachment points. And the size of seats.
You can just mag plate.
Yeah. Seats are massive.
Just mag plate a couch to the cow plow and that's it.
Oh dear. That would probably work.
I'm just seeing a disembodied arm.
Oh, you might be
Very
able to drive
weird.
this. Yeah, nice. So for
Well done.
you two, when you're hopping off, you'll probably just need to use gyro steer to hop yourself off and then launch yourself forward and hope you land right. But we're gonna drop you off before we start getting attacked, so don't stress too much about having to offload quickly. Oh, I love this train so much. Oh, I've not done a thing. I need to be able to ditch the rear cars in a hurry.
What was the command in Space Station used for high resolution screenshot?
F4.
Thank you.
Just don't hold Alt to move your camera.
Oh,
Oh, bear in
Yeah, I did
mind,
that. I had
people at the back, I can't hear you very easily because you're a long way away.
It's not my fault you build the train so long.
It's a little bit your fault. You provided one of the cars.
Oh, come on. Ask for it.
All right, now we're rolling. I have scouted out a path that I think will give us the best chance of a nice escape. So hopefully, this won't be a mission to our inevitable deaths, apart from Gem and Ropey. Sorry. That's your job. I think we should receive a warning soon. There we go, the important thing's been done. The fire is on. The fires are lit.
See this? This is good. Everything is going to go good now.
Yeah,
What could possibly go wrong?
everything.
I really had expected to have got the warning by now, because we're just like 1 ridge away from the ice, aren't we?
Yeah, we're really not far. We might want to offload here just in case. I'll come to a stop in a second. We'll offload the rovers. Are we looking?
Ah, perfect.
Oh. Ropey's got a slightly tougher time with the larger wheels. Oh dear. Okay, hopefully the gyro is rotated around so that you can nicely use overrides and flip yourself.
Hey, look, a turtle.
Or we can all teamwork it here, I guess. Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, they've had the override a bit high there.
Touch. Okay, so if you guys can lead the train by maybe not too far, but a bit. Like 50 to 100 meters. Ah, what the heck? Let me on the train. Alright. We mean business now. My doors are closing. So. Oh, there we go. Error is off limits. We have the sign. I see some close ice. I'm going to head towards it. Off to our right a bit. My goal, for those on drill duty, is to turn around first. So that we're heading away from the ice. So that these guys can just hang out heading the other direction. So as soon as they head off because we got enemies inbound, we will start leaving as well. Maximize our chance to get out of here before we get attacked. Because I'd rather get out with some ice than no train. Well, no ice than no train is better than... Yeah, no ice is better than no train. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll eventually get my words out. It's fine. Oh, I'm so nervous right now. The literal number of moving parts in this thing is probably overreaching a bit. Okay, I'll do a nice big loop and face the other way, and then we should get drilling. Wrong way turnbacks. They're appearing.
There we
A
go.
blizzard incoming.
Oh, geez, that was already a blizzard.
Blizzard.
All right, drill, operate, quickly. Quickly. Already explosions? Oh, I think that was a rover rolling.
Let's hope that's all it was.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to pack up and run. I'm gonna leave behind the rearmost car. Everybody load back up, let's go.
Back on.
We'll take what we can get.
Come on, Joe.
Oh, we're getting shot.
Joe, get in between the wheels if you can.
Okay. Oh, we're getting shot up the front. No!
Oh, there's one in front of us.
That's not good. I'm just going full beans, full speed, and hoping for the best. Somehow someone's running in between the cars. I don't know how you're not dead.
Don't ask me how I'm doing this, Splitsy, but I fell off the seat and this is where I ended up.
I fell off my seat at the back and I'm right now on the ladder.
Oh no!
The ladder broke!
Oh, we're getting shot up so badly.
Oh, I died.
Somehow I'm being jammed between the cars. It's a very safe place to be. I'm watching you all fall like flies.
Oh, one of our thrusters got damaged. That's part of the problem. That's why I'm slow. Come on, speed! Give me speed! We need speed! Oh no, gonna lose some cars. Oh, we lost the dog! Had to detach it. I think we're gonna have to detach the other drill too, baby. Although I don't think I've got control for that. Off! Off! We lost it! Come on! Come on, train! Hold together! Oh, I got air. That's bad. Oh, no! No! I lost the whole train! I'm now flying. This is bad. Oh, no, I'm rolling. Oh! Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. I may need a new plan. Less of the train survived than I expected. Also, I have no passengers. Maybe I should go back for them? Although, looking at what I'm seeing, maybe I shouldn't. Oh boy. Oh. Do I go back for them? I kind of need this so that we can have a second chance at this and see if we can get it to work better. I don't know what the right thing to do is. Maybe one of them will have controlled their own carriage and gotten out? I don't think so, though. I think we need the survival kit on the front car, like on this locomotive, though. Because of losing that survival kit. That wasn't great. Well, this is, suboptimal. I was really hoping to have at least someone keeping me company during this. That's not good. Still 2 kilometers out. It's really not far from me. Oh, jeez. That was a big drop. Doing more flying than driving. Am I in the clear? I think I'm almost in the clear. Oh no! Oh no, that was a bad landing. Oh! I've come to a complete stop. That's bad. Oh no. Come on, thruster, get me out of this hole. Come on, thruster, get me out of the hole. Get me out, get me out, get me out. How much further do I have to go? 1.9 kilometers from it. Oh, this is going to be bad. That wasn't a smart move. Oh! Jeez. Is any of this going to be left for my driving? Alright. I think I'm in the clear. So, yeah. I didn't even have a passenger aboard my train. I didn't have anyone to talk to. It was really lonely.
That's not true, Splits. You were talking to me while I was still jammed in the hinge.
Yeah.
But once I lost all the cars, yeah, though I was all on my own.
A lot of us were becoming
I
decoys.
could only see you just disappearing in the horizon.
Yeah, I had one thruster still functioning, so I was basically flying.
I was still driving for a good couple kilometers.
Yeah,
but I couldn't get over the hill. With too little frictional wheels.
Yeah. It's so annoying that the ownership went weird with the wheels, so you couldn't change the settings. Because I had everything with share with all. It's real strange. But yeah, this is what made it out. I mean, more than this made it out, some of this was bad landings.
Well, you were flying with only, one direction of thrust.
Yeah. In retrospect, maybe I should have just properly flown and just
you're gonna die so early.
single thruster myself. So we may need a new plan for the next train to give it a better chance to get out.
I'm thinking lots of battery decoys.
I think I think the unexpected element was that the enemy weren't all in one direction. I was hopeful that they would all be in one direction so that the 2 decoys would actually be the targets initially. But what seemed to happen was, just all of a sudden, the enemies just woke up and were all around us, so we became a target much sooner than I expected we would. So we were getting shot up. And then what didn't help was that the subgrid wheel controls weren't working properly either. Having them on was breaking stuff, and then I had them off and I couldn't get above even 20 meters a second. The Gaul seemed to hold out okay, though, Ryber, initially. I'd certainly heard some gunshots from you, I think.
Yeah, both actually held out a pretty good while. It's just I'm not sure exactly how helpful it was in the long run because of how many enemies there were.
And because the enemies had targeted
I can't believe how quickly
everyone.
they were even spawning in front of us on our way
I mean,
out.
in the end, there was only one drone chasing me, so I guess he did spread out the fire. We
Yeah.
might just need more decoys in the end.
Or smaller.
Or multiple vehicles, like in the main ones.
I would say like a lot of small batteries hooked up on merge blocks because they really liked going after batteries.
Yeah. Yeah, we could possibly have them as little decoys. But I think once they've picked their target, they've picked their target. They won't change until it's
Yeah,
destroyed.
one was chasing me to very end.
Should we be putting turrets on the decoy vehicles and having them two-man teams, so one guy's driving and the other guy's trying to shoot drones out of the sky?
I
Well,
like it. Halo Warthog style.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we can do with that much unless we're driving in a whole bunch of separate vehicles.
True, yeah, we'd swarm them.
Yeah, I was
Spawn
hoping.
in the Dodo next time and we'll just drop some RVs.
Well, I was hoping what we could do with the train was that it would keep us all together and keep it, because with the radio communications the way they are, it's really hard for us to stick together and be in formation when we're spread out too much. We almost need to be spread out, which is going to make this quite challenging. But I was hoping that the train would keep us nice and within earshot so that we could all coordinate, and it sort of worked, but the train itself didn't function with enough speed. So I'm thinking what we need to do is we can keep us as a train, but then as soon as the enemies appear, we all detach and control our own vehicle. Or we go in as separate vehicles with some drillers, some not, and all these sorts of things. I'll have to
Yeah, I'm
put
thinking
some thought into
A
it.
large grid carrier with a lot of smaller vehicles.
Yeah, we do have the
mean-
issue
I
of
mean-
no large grid gyros, though.
Well, we could make the large grid vehicle an armor vehicle. Like it's basically batteries, armor, right? And so that it picks it as the target first, and then we all detach as like small grid rovers.
Or it just
And then
leads in first, and as soon as the enemies...
Well, we can make decoy blocks even if it's just armor, battery, and decoys.
Well, they don't attack decoys.
Won't target decoys now.
Some of them are turreted, but a lot of them are fixed weapons, so they don't care. The fixed weapons on drones don't go after decoys. They don't care about decoys.
What about committing the locomotive to actually flying and have the cargo in the loco?
That's kind of where I'm headed. If we, if I make the locomotive have all fixed connections to the further back carriages, and then we build a large grid carrier as a group that can drive with it, and then as soon as it's under attack, the locomotive flies out. We go full Back to the Future with it. That could work, I guess, and still keep it some of our train elements of it. Because I'd like to use the other carriages I didn't get to use.
If we sent, like these, I know everyone keeps calling them decoys, but if we created frictionless wheeled armor blocks with a single thruster in them that we just launch in different directions across the pole, that would generally take up enough of their information that they'd start chasing them, wouldn't they?
Yeah, the trouble is those things tend to die quite quickly, even when piloted.
Pretty expensive though.
And it's expensive
might be
losing a
worth it.
thruster.
True, true.
Wonder if we could make something large grid that can tolerate being shot for long enough. I think that's the way we might go.
Turtle.
I think that's the way we might go. We might make a large grid turtle and load the train up inside it.
You mean a giant beach?
Yeah, effectively a gigantic beach umbrella. But I'm thinking more in the lines of a Quonset hut and layers. So it can take a bit of a
Land
pounding.
turtle.
Like a proper, like make it a turtle, but make it out of actual scrap stuff.
Yeah, tires, bits of plate metal, old buildings. That and the idea is it drives in, it takes most of the fire, and then we make smaller craft that can separate from it.
Yeah, and the
that's
smaller
what we
craft
load
will
up.
escape. The big
Yeah.
thing is left behind.
Yeah, so we go in slow under armor, grab all our ice, and then disappear rapidly like dragsters in the opposite direction.
Yep, and we leave the big grid behind. The good thing about the big grid is we could just put standard turrets on it as well. To at least shoot down some things, not that they'll do much damage, but it could be
Shame grids are such a commodity, we can't just make heavy armor vehicles.
Yeah,
No,
we have to use
would have
blast
to look
doors.
Yeah, blast doors, tires, even making like layered armor with
Yeah, that's what I was
using
thinking.
Distance.
Not with subgrids, because I think
What's up?
that'll be risky. I think it'd be better to have a single grid.
Okay.
Just because as soon as you lose the connection to that subgrid, you're now trapped under your own armor, and it's kind of it creates a weak point. But this sort of gives us a nice little thing for you guys to contribute and hopefully deliver to here. If you obviously with distances of some of you, it's really far away, so we can just do some. You can have like little boxes outside your base, and then you can just let me know when to come and collect. But for something like this, we're going to be using a lot of blast door blocks, and I'm going to need a lot of steel plate, like thousands upon thousands, for us to build it here. So I'm going to need tons of steel plate. I'm going to need tons of large steel tubes. I'll start putting together a bit of a list, and if people can start either delivering them here, I'll set up one of the containers so it's a delivery spot for it, because I've got enough large containers to do it. Then we can build a nice big turtle, and I can start redesigning the rail cars to be mountable as ways to escape. But yeah, I think we've got a plan. I think we've got an idea of what we could do to go forward and hopefully be a lot better able to protect. I had to try this train idea, even though I knew it had a very low chance of success. It was too fun to not try.
I mean, it did better than last time.
True. There is more of this locomotive left than the other one. That is true. But hopefully next time we'll have even more surviving, and I am going to refit the train that I've got and connect up the existing carriages that people have sent, the ones that still survived, and turn them into a single vehicle. But we might be, depending on how big the turtle ends up being, we might be able to get some people to bring along their own flyers as well, to load up with ice and extract from the turtle. But yeah, I guess there's all that and plenty more to come. And since it's we, present right now, we will see you then.
And now all die on Split Sea.
There we go.
Stupid lag.